Hi folks, we're back at our bathroom project now. We've been talking almost exclusively about plumbing to this point. You've seen some of that, a little bit of flooring. But I wanted to give you a brief overview of what electrical work's going to get done. I did tell you about fixtures, but I want to show you a bit more of the guts here and you'll see how we put this together. Now what I'm going to do is run one circuit up here for the 110 voltage appliances and receptacles, etc. That will be run into the closet and then it will go into a junction box. I'll show you how we assemble that. The reason I'm doing that is because I can run wires easier in remodeling without ripping up the walls so much. In new construction, of course, you just drill holes through the studs and fish the wire through, and that's the end of it. Well, remodeling, you can't do that, obviously, not without it being a major mess. So I'm working around it. So it's easier for me to bring the power into the junction box and split off there. Anytime you make a splice in electric wiring, it has to be inside of some type of a box, whether it's in a switch box, a receptacle, a junction box, a panel box. It can't just be loose wire nuts hanging out there. And that's for safety's sake. Should there be some kind of a short or a spark, it's all contained inside something that's fireproof, and that's the idea. Now from that junction box, I'm going to come here to the sink. I'm going to put this 2-gang box recessed in the wall about there. And then that will have both a GFI receptacle, because you're close to water, you have to use a GFI for safety, but yet sometimes people close to a sink need electricity. If you have, say, an electric razor, an electric toothbrush, maybe a curling iron, whatever, you need electricity close to where your mirror is going to be and where your sink is going to be. So it has to be on a GFI receptacle. You can do this another way. If I wanted to put the whole bathroom on a GFI circuit, I could get a GFI breaker to put into the panel box. But because I have a couple other applications here, like the fan lights, and I'm also going to put a receptacle out in the hallway there opposite the wall, I don't necessarily want the whole area to be on one GFI circuit. So this will suffice to protect anybody who's close to the sink. Then next to that, in the other part of the box, I'm going to put a light switch for the light bar that's going to go over top of the medicine cabinet. Now, because I'm doing this with a 2-gang box and the shape of the GFI receptacle itself, I can't use a typical switch, a typical toggle switch like I have in the rest of my house, the cheaper ones. I had to go a little bit more expensive, not much, but a little more expensive, a little fancier, and use this square switch. These are called Decora. Many people in more modern style houses will use these throughout rather than the traditional toggles. It's just still a single pole switch. You push it one way for off, one way for on, but it will fit into the box, and you can put this cover plate over both of them. As far as I know, they don't make a combination cover plate where you got one square and one toggle opening. So that's why I'm going to that one. And then the two of these will sit in there basically like that. And then, like I said, the light bar, we got a 4-light light bar for over top of the medicine cabinet that I haven't put up yet. And that will provide plenty of light for anybody here who needs to brush teeth, shave, put on makeup, whatever, at the medicine cabinet. So that's for that. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do off this same circuit is I'm also going to run, probably under the floor, over to this space on the wall here, where the medicine cabinet is right now.